Hello fam, how you doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review 2.0. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, you know what? I hear a lot of people tell me, do not speak ill of the dead. I hear that a lot. Like when people die, they all of a sudden become better people. No, you was a piece of shit while you was alive. You a piece of shit while you dead too. Things don't change. You was a horrible person. You treated people bad. You did bad things to people. But we're not supposed to speak ill of you. When you wasn't alive, you was terrible. And hell, now that you gone, you're still terrible. Fam, you know what? You don't owe nobody nothing. I'm gonna tell you something. This is Sunday. And I'm gonna do this video like we do them on Sundays most of the time. Inspirational wise. I'm gonna say this. It's always good to forgive, but you don't forget. And just because I forgive you don't mean we cool. I forgive you and I move on from there. I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't want to hang out with you no more. I don't want to be your friend. I don't give a damn what you're going through. Why? Because I don't have to. See, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. See, there are consequences for your actions. And a lot of people don't realize they're trying to bypass all that, saying that don't sound right. It does sound right. You do horrible things to people. When horrible things happen to you, people are not, inclined to be like, yeah, I want to help. No, you don't want to help. You're looking at it like, man, look, I don't owe this person nothing. I don't even know this person per se. Dude, I look at it like this. As many times as people, apologize to me, man, I let that stuff roll off my back. At first I didn't want to accept apologies because, I'm like, man, if you didn't mean it, you wouldn't have said it. But, my thing is, you got to relieve yourself of that guilt, that anger. And, basically forgiving somebody, you absolve yourself of that guilt and that anger, man. And, you can move on. This is why I say move on, in silence, man. You don't have to hang out with somebody that you used to hang out with before. Y'all don't have to talk anymore. I forgave you, man. Look, man, I said I was sorry, man. What's going on? I said I forgave you. Then what's going on now? I said, just because I forgave you don't mean that we cool anymore. That's it. I forgave you. What else do you want? Oh, man, I want things to go back to they used to be. I said, bro, they can never go back to they used to be. I said, if you want stuff to go back to the way they used to be, you have to go back in time. But, that ain't what this is about. Sometimes we don't see the issues that we cause. Sometimes, I said this in one video. I said sometimes people will basically destroy you to, bring somebody else into the group, whether, as a friend or love interest or whatever, man. And my whole thing is, man, and people talk to me a lot about a lot of stuff, and they be like, why do you be so quick to cut people off? Because it serves you no purpose to hold on to people. If people don't want you in their life, guess what? They're gonna take you out of their life. You don't owe nobody nothing. You haven't owed anyone anything. The best thing I can tell anybody, when you're going through stuff, just pay attention. Watch what people do. Watch what people talk about. Watch what people say to you, man. People owe you money and they basically disappear on you. They ghost you and don't pay you back. Then, like months later, they reappear and be like, oh, man, what's going on? You don't treat me the same. Bro, you owe me money. Oh, man, I owe you money. You know damn well you owe me money. That's the thing that I don't understand about people. People make it seem like all of a sudden they're memory loss. When they owe you money, they disappear, fam. But I'm going to say this. When you owe them money, bro, they hounding you, they harassing you, they're all over you. Dude, if I loan somebody some money, if you told me you're going to pay me on a certain date, I don't mess with you until you tell me on that date that's when you're going to pay me. If you said, I'm going to pay you on August 5th, man, look, I haven't said anything about this money until August 5th when you said you was going to pay me. Dude, I don't borrow money off people. I don't eat with people. Not everything free. it's good. You get what I mean? People offering you free food, and what's the connotation that go behind this? Are you, dude, there's so much that a lot of people don't understand. I hear so many people tell me, man, you sound like you just angry and you upset. No, I'm not angry or upset, man. Shit, I'm actually happy. Dude, you gotta let people go. You gotta move on in your life. I see so many people hang on to people that they were with when they were in high school, man, and grammar school, and they've been their friend for like 50 years, and I'm sitting here like, okay, y'all been friends for like 50, 55 years. Okay, that's good. I'm like, but did y'all grow together? Or is one of y'all stagnant? Are you pulling the other one along, or what's really going on? I'm looking at the situation and I see the other person not even, evolving. They're in the same place they were when you met them. They just want to chill, hang out, and have fun, dude. That ain't what life is about all the time. You got shit you gotta do. You ain't gonna always be able to hang out and, laugh and giggle and run around with people. Bro, this is the real world. And I was just sitting there listening to the guy talk to me, and I was just like, man. I was like, bro, we ain't on the same page no more, man. I gotta move on with this, man. Like I said, man, we've been doing so much out here that we forget. We are a whole ass person over here. We are actually the center of our own universe. When I say that, dude, you was born by yourself. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna die by yourself. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand is, man, that you faced with a lot of things that a lot of people are not faced with. Man, times have changed, man. Morals, values, and every damn thing like that have changed. People sit back and look at you and they want to voice an opinion on stuff, talk to you about stuff, basically tell you how wrong you are about stuff, man. When are you going to have an opportunity to actually talk about the things that you need? Dude, I told you, when I got this injury to my foot and I got this boot on my leg, the boot goes up to under my kneecap. Brother, do you know nobody talks to me right now? Nobody said anything to me. I had this damn thing on for a month. And the girl said, oh, you got a boot on your leg. I said, yeah, I had it on for a month. I'm trying to figure out, how did you not see this? And I'll tell you something, and someone said to me, everybody going through their own stuff. They ain't got time to worry about your stuff. And I said, that's so true. But I said, you got to always think about it. What comes around goes around. And, just when a person had told me that they were going through some shit and was trying to talk to me, and I was like, yeah. And I put my headphones on. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. You just was talking all this foxy stuff at the mouth. Now all of a sudden, you want somebody to care. Man, I don't care about that. I'm not even listening to that because it don't make sense. Most of the stuff people tell you is a lie. Remember that. When you listening to people boo-hooing and crying and all that, they lying most of the time. Nobody will ever sit there and tell you, I'm wrong, I did this, I did that, I messed up, I was stealing money, I was doing this in this relationship, I was, I took my mother's insurance money, like, dude, they never tell you all that stuff. Dude, I be listening to people talk and I be like, boy, you must think I haven't been around the block. I have heard a lot of these damn stories, and I'm gonna tell you something. I learned people half of the time don't understand. A lot of people don't care. They hear you talk and they be like, yeah, I know damn well nothing this person's saying is true. And 9 times out of 10, it's not. Like I tell you, when people pass along, man, and they move on to their final resting place, people make it seem like you're supposed to be there and, you talk good about them. Hell, if there's nothing good to say, why are you lying? Or you hear people mourning and all of that stuff at your funeral, falling out, crying and shit. While you was alive, they wouldn't even call your ass. Hell, you live 3 blocks up the street and nobody calling you. Nobody coming to visit you. But all of a sudden when you passed away, oh, this and that. No. Dude, if you had the time to talk to me then, why didn't you? See, that's the thing with people, man. People love to create fairy tales and narratives, and none of that shit is true. People say, why wait till I mourn? Wait till I pass for you to start mourning and wishing what you should have done and we could be doing this today. No. You forget the reason why God don't have you to talk to these people, because these people are not for you. He heard them talking about you behind your back. He heard them saying horrible stuff about you. He heard them not being honest and being there for you. He heard them. And guess what? He made sure he had these people not be around you. Brother, you deserve peace. You deserve happiness. You deserve respect. Out here, people make it seem like you asking for respect. And, I told a young lady, I said, man, the biggest thing a man wants out of a relationship is respect. I'm not respecting him. What is he thinking? I said, wait, what? You want a man to pay all your bills, house you for free, and you ain't gonna respect him? I said, hell, you got to think about just what you said. I said, that man looking at you like you a liability. Look, when you winning, you winning. And I tell everybody this. Everybody want to ride with you when you winning. But when you not winning, nobody want to ride with you. But sometimes God put in your presence when you're down and out just about. He put people in your life that are truly there. They're truly vested. Like I say, I've been saying this a lot lately. You give people too much of your time. You always hanging out. You coming to visit them or blah, blah, blah. You start looking like a mascot. You start looking like somebody, that I can treat any kind of way because you're going to keep coming back. Dude, when you show people you don't give a shit, it really changed the situation. And like I said, bro, sometimes you got to stay away from people for your own good, bro. And, that's what I've been doing. I've been stepping back from people, man. And I know a lot of y'all say, you say this a lot. Dude, I talk to a lot of people. You make it seem like I only talk to like 5 or 6 people. I talk to a lot of people. And I used to listen like I was a psychiatrist to a lot of damn people. I finally, at one point in time, went to a psychiatrist. He had me passing out his cards to people. And I passed out a lot of his cards because I'm like, man, I'm not dealing with this shit no more. You trying to get a free psychologist and you gonna go do the same ish over and over again, then want to come back and cry about it. Man, nobody want to hear that. If you put yourself in that, you deserve exactly what you get. Man, if you know it's bad, sometimes you got to sit back and take those blinders off. Take those rose-colored glasses off about life and everything else that you got going on and look at it for what it is. Man, the people that are there for you when shit is bad, and when shit is good, those might be some okay people. But it's all the people that are there when it's everything in between. People could ride with you when it's bad. People could ride with you when it's good. But when it's in between, a lot of people can't deal with that. Because, see, in between means it's up and down. It's all over the place. It's chaotic. It's a lot of confusion. It's not a set thing like it's just bad. I could ride with you when it's just bad. I could ride with you when it's good. No, but you can't ride when it's everything in between. This is what I'm talking about, man. You got to have people to actually be in your corner. Sometimes I got to look at people and just tell them, man, your best move sometimes is to have your own space. You need to think. I was telling my a friend of mine a very long time ago. These was many, many years ago. This was like 20 years. I said, before you move the young lady into your house, enjoy it for a while. And he was like, man, no, I'm moving her in now. I said, bro, you had this place for like 2 weeks. I said, is she going to pay rent? He said, I don't know. Is she going to pay anything on bills? I don't know. Is she going to, at least buy the food? I don't know. I said, man, enjoy your space while you got your chance. And he was like, no, man, I'm moving her in. I'm moving her in. Moved her ass in, man. It was a living hell for him. A complete and utter hell. This woman was disrespecting him, bringing other dudes to his house, all type of shit while he was at work, man. This woman was feeding men in his house. She was all kind of shit, dude. I was just sitting here like, damn. He was over there crying his ass off, man. And, people tell you not to kick people when they're down. I didn't kick him. I just told him, bro. I said, we all told you, man. It's just like you wanted this woman here for some reason. Dude, if I got to say this. And this is on my heart to tell you. If somebody's not bringing anything into your life but confusion, drama, problems, that ain't the person for you. The person that comes into your life supposed to bring equal value, supposed to bring some sort of positive energy. If the person you bringing into your life is broken, God will send the person for them to heal them. You know, it ain't your job to go out there and start saving people, man. People want to go save people. I had that mentality at one point in my life. I wanted to save, these ladies out here, man. And after a while, shit, I needed saving from them. This is why I say, bro, you got to step back. The people that you go out here and try to save, sometimes you need to be saved from them. This is how bad these situations come to be. This is how bad, sometimes the environment becomes because you have a lot of negativity. People have unresolved issues. They have mama issues. They have daddy issues. But with most women, they have mama issues. It's not daddy, it's mama. I learned that a long time ago with women. It's mama issues. A whole bunch of mama issues. Guys have mama issues too. It's not daddy. Oh, my daddy wasn't here. It ain't the daddy. That motherfucker been trying to be in your life for the last 20 years and you 21. It's been your mama holding him away from your life. You forget the guy been paying child support. You forget the guy pays, majority of all your bills, your medical insurance, buy all your damn clothes. But you thanking your mama for everything. You got mama issues. Real talk. I'm not bashing women. I'm just relaying what I went through, what I see my friends and relatives go through. I can only speak from a man's perspective because that's what I am. I can't speak from a woman's perspective. I know what happens with women, but you know what? I'm gonna explain, man. You out here living your best life. Somebody come along and they uproot you and put you in a better position. Long time ago, my friend met this woman and she was just a hot mess. I'm gonna just be honest, she was a hot mess. Man, this man put her into counseling. She had 2 kids. They had a daddy already. You know how that always go, they got a daddy. He took the kids, he spent time with the kids. Kids couldn't read that good at all. He taught the kids how to read. He put the kids in after school programs. He put them in like ballet for the girl and, like football and basketball for the boy and, and he put the girl in some other stuff, that was, appropriate. And man, I'm just sitting here, right? And, the girl, his girlfriend was he put in therapy, to deal with all those unresolved issues, man. Seriously. She got pregnant. He was happy as hell. Man, this man had the kids in private school, living his best life. He just thought he found a winner. He just found, maybe he needed somebody that he needed to work with and they could work with him. Come to find out she was pregnant by an ex-damn boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend is the father of those 2 damn kids. Dude, the guy was completely devastated. Man, the house that they were staying in was in her name because that's the way he had it set up. And the car that they were leasing was in her name. And she just thought she was winning. She put the guy at the house and every damn thing. And I'm like, I said, I don't think she realized what she doing. I'm going to say something. A lot of people don't vet the people they with. And, her baby daddy, the dude is not working or anything. So they couldn't pay the bills. So she calling the guy saying, your kids gonna starve, right? They can't even go to school because you stopped the payments. He said, them ain't my kids. They father right there. And hung up, right? Talk about, you left us with the rent not being paid. He said, I didn't leave anything. You put me out to let your man in. I'm just so disappointed with some of these people because they do so much of crazy shit. You winning. Instead of keep winning, you go back to the loser and have another baby bow. Now you in shit. That dude left. The baby daddy left. So she was left with 3 fucking kids with nothing. Bruh, you can't make that shit up. And like I said, the kids had a daddy. They wouldn't call him, daddy. That man was there. He was daddy for real. He was like super daddy. I guess he always wanted kids, man, because when I talked to him, I was like, dude, what is really up? And he's like, man, I'll come from a family where, there wasn't, my father, he had passed away, and I really didn't have a fatherly figure, and, I just want to be like that in somebody's. I'm like, man, my sister looked at me and said, damn, it's like, she said, man, why people like this you can't find? You find them after they've been hurt. And I said, that's just how life works. I said, life is set up, whereas most of the time, you don't meet people till they've been taken advantage of or broken. But, God cannot use you until you have been broken. People talk, well, that's not true. You could use a tree, and you don't have to break the tree to use it. You could tie, you could bolt screws into it and build a tree house. You can tie a rope around, the tree and create a tire swing. Bro, you are breaking that tree. What you think you doing? If I drill screws up into you right now, am I not breaking you? Yes. If I tie like a rope around you, I'm hurting you. So all of a sudden you telling me that you're not being broken. Remember, God uses you, and he creates a pathway for you to get you to where you need to be. Sometimes where you are at right now is because you don't understand something that you're going through. And he's trying to get you there the next step. He's trying to get you there the next, like I said, I'm not trying to push religion off on you, and that ain't what I'm trying to do. Like I do these Sunday things a lot. It's called Inspirational Sunday. You can believe what you want to believe. That's one thing I love about this country that, you don't have in other countries. This country would change everything for anybody. You go to another country, they won't do that for your ass. Just being realistic. When you realize that things are not working well for you, it ain't people's jobs to change for you. You might need to change. You might be the damn problem. You might be the thing holding you back. Sometimes we want everybody to love us, but we don't know truly what love is. We never given anybody any love. We're just taking. Dude, when you're taking, you're not going to win. Sometimes you don't win. Sometimes you feel devastated by some of the stuff that you go through. You experiencing hardships in your life. Your job is not paying you the way that it should. Your rent done went crazy. Your mortgage done went up. Neighborhoods getting worse. Kids just acting up. Man, that's life, bro. But see, you have to have a belief in something. You have to have a belief that things will get better. My whole thing is, you don't have to actually go to church. You don't have to. God is within you. You part of the divine. He created you. If you want to go to church, it's all good. But understand, not every church is a house of God. Not every place that you walk in is a house of worship. You have to understand all that. Some of this stuff is just a trap. Some of these people are just using you to basically control you. And I'm not saying that's what religion is at all. That ain't what I'm getting at. I'm saying you gotta choose. You gotta vex. You gotta basically count out all the, things that you didn't like about what church. One thing that me and my ex used to do was we used to go to various churches. And she didn't want to do that. She just wanted to go to one church and be okay with it. I don't. My thing is, you got to find the right church home for you. You got to find, like when you're looking for an apartment, you got to find the apartment that works for you. You just don't go, oh, it's an apartment, I'm moving in. No, it got to work for you. It got to be something that actually works. Like, man, okay, I'm like, oh man, I'm like one bus ride away from a train and to go to work. So, basically it won't take me that long. In some situations, I'm only a train ride. All I need is to catch a train and I'm to work. Or catch a bus. That's a win. Grocery stores are right up the street. Restaurants are, over here. They got a hospital down that way. You sitting here thinking about all the stuff that you are winning on if you move over into this location. You know, life is about choosing what's best for you. And when I talk about church, you got to choose what's best for you. Like I said, everything in this life that you was born into revolves around you when it concerns you. Man, when I was young, if somebody would have actually told me all this. Now, see, the baby boomers, when they came out, they weren't taught any of this. They didn't know anything about this. They were taught to work hard and, get a skill, get a trade, get a job. If not, go to the military, do this, and this. They couldn't tell you about this new age stuff right now. They don't know nothing about this. This is above them. And, I can't really fault them for that. I think a little bit that, hey, we're on different pages. Man, just live and continue to live, man. I know sometimes when you hear me talk about this stuff, it sounds, left, like I'm trying to say something. I'm not trying to say anything. It's not me crying for help. It's me telling you, man, look, you never stuck. Pray your way out that situation. It takes time to get out of situations, man. It didn't happen overnight that you got into that situation. So it's not going to take a day to get you out of that situation. They keep saying Rome wasn't built in a day. It wasn't. And it wasn't destroyed in a day. They telling you Rome was destroyed in a day. It wasn't. It took days to destroy Rome. It took damn near what? It took a long time because Rome wasn't just destroyed from the outside. It was destroyed from the inside too. And see, this is what we miss. This is why I say you need to be aware of all these Trojans, these Trojan horses that we call friends, people that you let into your life, telling them your deepest, darkest secrets. And you truly don't know these people. I keep hearing people say, man, that's my friend. I said, where you know her from? Man, we work together. Okay. I said, man, what's her mama name? Why would I know that? I said, what's her kid's name? Why would I know that? What's her husband's name or boyfriend's name? Why would I know that? What kind of car she drive? Why would I know any of that? I said, you calling this person your friend and you don't know shit about them? What's their last name? I don't know that. I said, then that ain't your friend. I said, you could get hurt with that person. That person can do some weird shit to you and nobody will ever know because nobody got no information on this person. This is why I say get to know the people you talk to. A lot of us don't want to do that because it requires too much of work listening. But I'm going to tell you something. A lot of us just listen to the negative shit. Sometimes you want to listen to the positive too. Because some people bring light into our lives, man. They tell us little stuff like, man, hey, bro, don't go over there, man. They robbing people over there. Man, you might want to go a different way, man. Take another stop, get off at the next stop, man, and catch the bus back, man, because they doing crazy shit over there. And you like, man, I ain't listening to this motherfucker. You get over there, they rob the shit out of you. And you come up to the guy and be like, man, they robbed me. He'd be like, well, I told you, I don't know what you really need at this point. This is why I say you really need to pay attention. They told me once that they were robbing people going down the street that I used to live at on this other side of town, man. This guy told me that when he was walking with me. He said, I'm just gonna walk with you because, man, that was some weird shit. So, I took his lesson the day after that, man. I started going a different way, man. A whole different way. I'm looking at it like this, man. I'm not trying to, it would have took me no more than what it was before to get home. But, man, I'm gonna tell you something. When you truly hear somebody, that's God talking to you to tell you to be careful. It's something happening that you don't need to be a part of. It's something happening that you don't need to have yourself hurt over. You realize sometimes when you lose friendships and things like that, that's God protecting you, moving you out of harm's way. But man, when God closes a door, we try to stick our foot in, our arm in, our hand in to keep the door open because we want to be around these people. Some people are not just meant for you to be around. Some people are so toxic. I mean, they're corrosive. But, we do these things because We want these things. We want to be a part of these people's world, their reality. We like what they're doing. We like their energy. We like the way they live their life. But guess what? That life is not for you. Sometimes you don't need to hear all this negative stuff. I always say this, man. A long time ago, I was in high school. It was these two girls walking. One girl was known to be a hoe. And I hate to say it like that, but the girl that was walking with her wasn't one. And, the other guy said, hey, what do you do? She's this, so I'm pretty sure you that. And I'm going to tell you this, man. I understand everybody needs friends and shit like that. But don't put yourself in a situation where it's, yeah, he a thief. So if he's a thief, you a thief too. Birds of a feather flock together. This is why I tell you, get to know the people that you hang around. You come to find out all kind of shit about them, and you be like, man, just remember all this stuff that I told you in this video, man. Just because somebody passed away don't make them good people all of a sudden. If they was horrible in life, shit, they horrible in death. It's just like, don't speak ill of the dead. Shit. You can't speak good of them either. They were just horrible. Man, but man, look, till later. Thank you for watching. Peace out.